Azmin Ali gives statement over viral sex video. Three-year-old Batik boy died of measles. Hello and good afternoon. You're watching News on 2 with me, Muhammad Amin Carlos. First story. Now, Dato Sri Muhammad Azmin Ali has given his statement to the police yesterday pertaining to the viral sex video controversy that has been linked to him. And Dato Sri Muhammad Azmin's lawyer, N. Surendran, said the Economic Affairs Minister gave his statement to the police to assist them in their investigations. Now, the minister's office had been contacted by police on Sunday to record his statement as part of the investigation. And in a statement today, Surendran said there are obvious signs of an organized and systematic attempt to discredit and bring down the minister with this false and malicious attack. The perpetrators had access to leaked personal data of party members, sophisticated means, and a clear political agenda. Surendran said that they trusted the police to get to the bottom of this case soon to identify and take action against the culprits according to law. Dato Sri Muhammad Azmin had on Wednesday last week vehemently denied the allegation by an individual who attempted to link him in a sex video, calling it a nefarious plot to assassinate his reputation and character in an attempt to destroy his political career. Now, Deputy Inspector General of Police Dato Mazlan Mansour said a special team has been set up to investigate a pornographic video which is linked to a minister. Well, he said that the team, which would be headed by the Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department CID Director Dato Huzair Mohammed, comprised the Bukit Aman CID, Royal Malaysian Forensic Department and the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, MCMC.
Kita ni terdiri daripada pegawai penyiasat kita, daripada jenayah, daripada forensik, daripada SKMM dan agensi-agensi yang lain lah yang kita dah working in this investigation.
Are we seeking foreign help, sir?
Come again?
Are we seeking foreign help?
Foreign
help.
Foreign help. Oh, daripada luar. Itu setakat ini belum ada lagi ya. Setakat ini belum ada ya.
Dato Mazlan said this to a media conference after a handing over of duties of the commercial CID director's post and that of the chairman of the Police Family Association of PERCAP at Bukit Aman yesterday. Commenting further on the investigation on the case, Mazlan said that 17 reports had been lodged and 21 statements had been taken since last week. Meanwhile, Communications and Multimedia Minister Gobind Singh Deo said the matter needs to be fully handed over to the authorities for action and any statement related to the issue could hinder the probe.
Dan ini saya tidak akan komen berkenaan perkara itu kerana ianya dalam proses siasatan polis. Jadi biar pihak polis yang buat siasatan dan biar pihak polis yang buat pengumuman sekiranya ada. Saya rasa itu adalah di bawah bidang kuasa pihak-pihak yang menyiasat perkara ini pada masa sekarang.
Gobind said this to the media after launching the Dell Digital Lab in Cyberjaya. The Kelantan Health Department yesterday confirmed that measles was the cause of death of the 3-year-old Orang Asli boy from the Batik tribe warded at the Raja Perempuan Zainab II Hospital or HRPZ2. The boy, Nazri Rosli, breathed his last at 6:45 p.m. on Sunday. And Kelantan Health Director Dr. Zaini Hussain said measles virus attacked, followed by a secondary bacterial infection. It caused a septic shock, resulting in the failure of the boy's organs to function, which led to his death. Now, the boy's remains had been taken to Gua Musang Hospital or HGM for post-mortem yesterday. And according to HRPZ2 Director Dr. Silawasi Ghazali, the Orang Asli boy died after 8 days of treatment in the intensive care unit. Meanwhile, the boy's father, Rosli Jong, said his son's body would be buried as soon as the post-mortem process is completed and hoped that the issue would be resolved immediately for the safety of other members of the Orang Asli community. Now, prior to this, 2 Orang Asli men from the Batik tribe in Kuala Koh, Gua Musang, were confirmed to have died of respiratory tract infection or pneumonia. The remains of 12 more orang asli who were buried in several areas in Kuala Lumpur without being reported over a month ago had also been recovered and exhumed by authorities to enable a post-mortem to determine the actual cause of death. Now, Johor police arrested 15 individuals believed to be involved in smuggling illegal immigrants into the country through Ops Pintas Selatan in various places, including coastal areas from 13 May till yesterday. And State Police Chief Dato' Muhammad Khalil Kadir Muhammad said operations covering 24 roadblocks across the district inspected 700 vehicles and 1,074 individuals of various ages. Well, he said it also includes patrol forces in coastal areas and Johor waters.
Maka kita telah berjaya, sekurang-kurangnya berjaya menyekat aktiviti yang nak membawa masuk pendatang-pendatang tanpa izin. Jadi in order daripada kita tangkap parti, kita tangkap orang yang melaksanakan penjagaan ini.
While briefing reporters yesterday, he said those arrested were local and Indonesians between the ages of 23 and 65. And Dato' Muhammad Khalil said from the initial observation, all suspects were seen as knowing each other, but they did not necessarily work for the same syndicate. And all suspects has been remanded to be investigated under Sections 12 and 26C of the Anti-Trafficking in Persons and Migrants and Anti-Smuggling Act 2007. Well, coming up, transport operators should introduce cashless payment. Now, the Transport Ministry is hoping that more transport service operators will take the initiative to introduce a cashless payment system in the future. Its Minister Anthony Loke Siu Fook said the move would improve the efficiency of the public transport services and the number of commuters.
Dan harapan saya nak lihat supaya operator pengangkutan yang lain dapat juga menggunakan sistem cashless ini. Dan saya difahamkan prasarana memang pun ada perancangan untuk perkhidmatan-perkhidmatan kita seperti MRT, LRT dan sebagainya.
Loke said that this is in line with the government's efforts to create a cashless society. He added that this system would be implemented in phases. The minister said this after launching the Go Cashless on Public Transport campaign organized by Express Rail Links Sendiri and Berhad ERL in Kuala Lumpur yesterday. The National Farmers Organization, or NAFAS, has approved a 2018 dividend payout of 8% for 5,110 investors of its Farmers Special Investment Scheme, or SPKP, run under the National Farmers Fund, DPK. Agriculture and Agro-Based Industry Minister Dato' Salahuddin Ayub said the distribution of the payouts, an increase of 0.7% and totaling 7.6 million ringgit compared to 7.5 million ringgit in 2017, will be done immediately. Well, according to Dato' Salahuddin, the DPK posted a 9.9 million ringgit profit in the financial year ended 31st December 2018 and set a dividend distribution policy that should not exceed the maximum rate allowed.
Kita telah menetapkan polisi dividen supaya agihan dividen tidak melebihi kadar maksimum yang ditetapkan. Walaupun kadar dividen telah menurun, tapi jumlah agihan dividen bertambah daripada 7.5 juta kepada RM7.6 juta yang bakal diterima oleh 5,119 pelabur.
He said this at the Ideal Fitri reception hosted by NAFAS at the Tropicana Golf and Country Club yesterday. Although the dividend rate had dropped from 10% in 2017 to 8% in 2018, DPK is still managing competitive payouts which exceed inflation rate in a consistent manner. Dato' Salahuddin said to boost sustainability, DPK will continue to focus on financing strategies and the diversification of treasury portfolios, allowing encouraging returns for its members in the future. Well, he said DPK will also continue its efforts for strong performances to consolidate its position by diversifying its investments, including low and mid-risk investments, besides exploring new financial products. Moreover, Dato' Salahuddin said he hopes that the new leadership that took over after Nafas's suspension in June 2018 to January this year, with all other efforts taken, and investors would stand to enjoy higher and more consistent dividend payouts yearly. Now, Bank Negara Malaysia, BNM, together with the financial industry, is in the process of establishing a financial threat intelligence platform. And Governor Dato' Nur Samsia Muhammad Yunus said the platform will collate, analyze and disseminate real-time information on cyber threats and trends to strengthen the detective capabilities of the industry against such threats.
We can only play our intended role to support the broader economy if we are attentive to both strategic and operational considerations of risks.
She said this in an officiating speech at the opening of BNM's My FinTech Week 2019 in Kuala Lumpur yesterday. Now, the central bank head also stressed on the importance of having a national cybersecurity agenda, as advancements in technology have given rise to increasing reliance on technology, presenting risks that cannot be ignored. This includes issues of data privacy, discrimination or biases, and displacement of certain segments within society. Amid the many opportunities and risks offered by the future of finance, she noted that it underscores the heavy responsibility and ownership that we collectively bear to build a financial system that is safe, reliable, and truly serves the needs of the people. Now, Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad said that Malaysia welcomes British high technology entrepreneurs to the country in order to increase the people's incomes. Well, he said foreign investments are needed to boost the country's economy, recognizing domestic investments are also slowly increasing. As Tun Dr. Mahathir, however, said the value was small and did not bring in sufficient technology to improve the efficiency and income of the people. Now, hence, the country's first industrial phase was largely dependent on foreign direct investment. But at that time, Malaysia was inclined to offer cheap labor and become a semi-industrial state. In a speech at the Cambridge Union in Cambridge, United Kingdom yesterday, Tun Dr. Mahathir continued to condemn Israel for its aggression and cruelties on Palestinians. Now, although the subject matter covered was not much different from the talk he delivered at Oxford Union in January, yet he kept the floor, engaged with his wit and humour. The rumblings of a small group of protesters outside were soon drowned by Dr. Mahathir's off-the-cuff speech inside the Cambridge Union Society Hall that took the audience from the British rule narrative to the present-day woes faced by the country and the world. The Premier also highlighted how Malaysia shifted its focus from the west to the east and the fear of marginalization of the smaller countries by the bigger nations.
So after looking at the East, we learned a lot from them, and Malaysia became one of those countries which made tremendous progress to the point where it became known as a newly industrializing country, or sometimes we were known as one of the Asian tigers. We learned from the Japanese a lot of things, not just technology, but also we learned about their work ethics.
This is a second honor for Tun Dr. Mahathir to speak at such a forum. Also in attendance during the talk was Tun Dr. Mahathir's wife, Tun Dr. Siti Hasmah Muhammad Ali, Foreign Minister Dato' Saifuddin Abdullah, and Youth and Sports Minister Syed Sadiq Syed Abdul Rahman. Among those who joined the crowd were Cambridge undergraduates, Malaysian undergraduates, and Malaysians in UK. Meanwhile, Tun Dr. Mahathir stressed that the general public's notion of any issue should not be taken as a stand because it is not necessarily true.
Like it or not, sometimes we have to generalize in order to put people in certain category in comparison with other people. I don't think people should feel very hurt.
Tun Dr. Mahathir said this when he was asked to comment on the frequent responses made about the Malay community by the Western countries. On a separate note, the Premier yesterday took the opportunity to visit baby Ainul Mardia Ahmad Saifuddin, who successfully underwent a surgery at a hospital in London. 9-month-old Ainul Mardia was flown to London last week to remove extragonadal germ cell tumor, a rare type of cancer which covered her mouth. When asked to comment on his visit, the Premier said that he hopes Ainul Mardia will recover fully and she will regain her weight well and become an ordinary person again.
Kita patut lebih-lebih lagi bersyukur kerana kita tak tentu perkara yang semacam ini boleh berlaku kepada kita atau tidak. Saya percaya ibu bapanya juga tidak sangka ini akan berlaku dan juga tidak sangka dianya boleh dibedah dan datang ke London untuk melakukan pembedahan ini. Segala ini semuanya kuasa Allah.
Tun Dr. Mahathir said this after visiting Ainul Mardia at a hospital in London, United Kingdom yesterday. Speaking further, the Premier also voiced his appreciation to all Malaysians and the team of doctors led by Professor David Dunaway, consultant plastic and reconstructive surgeon and head of the craniofacial unit of the hospital. And with that, we conclude this afternoon's news on 2. Now, top story. Azmin Ali gives statement over viral sex video. To join us again at 7 this evening, I'm Amin Carlos, and thank you so much for watching.